Hi, everybody. Kathy Tooley, CEO, Tools for Success. Thanks for joining us on Curtain 26. Almost the last one, next to the last one. This one's titled Together, There Are Steps to Fix the Parent and School Crisis, the parent versus school crisis. From my book, The Education System is Broken, Strategies to Rebuilding Hope, Lives, and Futures. So today, I'm going to give you 5 strategies that can unite parents and schools. Wouldn't that be incredible? Can you imagine where schools and their parents just work together in harmony? Now, before I do, I know there are some of you right now listening to this thinking, you mean they don't? Because you're not the parent that I'm talking to. None of these 5 statements that I'm going to say to you have you ever been a part of. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. You know who the parents are that are. Would you share this video with them when you get done? Could you ask them to subscribe to this channel? Could you play it at a PTO meeting? Because I think people need to hear it. So ready? 5 steps. Number 1, we've got to invite open and honest communication. Schools aren't scared of it. I was never bothered as a teacher when you came and told me that my teaching style or my mechanism wasn't reaching your child. I was never bothered as a principal when you came in and talked to me about a teacher that your child was struggling to learn in. Open and honest is always welcome. I didn't say it's always easy to hear. Sometimes we don't like open and honest communication, but it's critical. And I'm going to put a little caveat to that open and honest communication has to come from a heart of solution. I just want to make this better. Okay? Number 1, open and honest communication. Number 2, trust is a must. If you believe as a parent that what is happening in your child's school or with your child's teacher or with your child's principal is being done with some form of agenda or attack, and you just want to come in and prove yourself right, you're going to get nowhere. Because if you come in and attack, I'm going to get on the defensive. And we're going to go nowhere. We learn nothing together. You have to trust that while I may have made a decision as an educator that you don't like, that I did it from a good place. That I did it from a place of love. That I did it from a place of, I didn't know better. And when you trust me to show me maybe something different, I might be willing to learn something different. So trust is a must, which leads me to the 3rd one. Engagement is vital. It's vital. It is always amazing to me what parents don't know about the very schools they send their children to. It blows my mind. Do you know that every single year I would get phone calls, my secretary would get phone calls asking, my daughter's telling me you don't have school tomorrow. Is that true? How do you not know that? Or my daughter tells me that there's an early release tomorrow. Why? Or my daughter has to serve a detention because she was supposed to bring something home to have it signed. I never got it. Mind you, you got it texted, you got it emailed, you got it sent it home in paper, in duplicate, in triplicate. We've sent you 25 reminders, but you never got it. Because nothing is ever some parents' fault. I laughingly would say sometimes, most schools have, it's what we call a parent communication system, where I can push out emails to a whole group of parents. And I'm not kidding you that if I would have a parent meeting on Tuesday, May 1st, I would start pushing out that meeting by February, almost weekly. Don't forget we got a parent meeting on May 1st. Don't forget we got a parent meeting on May 1st. Really want you to be at that parent meeting on May 1st. Don't forget the parent meeting on May 1st. I'd send it in text. I'd send it in email. I'd send it in voicemail. I'd send it so many times that some parents would literally say to me, if you say that to me one more time. But then I would still parents say to me, ready? Since when did we have a parent meeting on May 1st? I didn't know anything about it. I don't know what else to do other than literally come to your house on May 1st and take you to your bedroom and help you put clothes on, get you in the car and drive you there. Engagement is a must. Pay attention. Know what's happening in your kids' classrooms. When those teachers, do you know how much time teachers spend creating websites and sending home newsletters that you don't read? Engagement is a must. They are your children. And your teachers are spending an exorbitant amount of time to communicate with you in triplicate, quadruplicate, whatever 5 times is, about the same information. Get engaged. Number 4, attacks are damaging, and they do nothing to help us meld that parent-teacher, that parent-school relationship. If you want to sit back and attack your school, you do you, boo-boo. But you are gaining nothing except maybe making yourself feel better. I've had so many of my friends, they know I'm an educator, and they call me and they'll tell me the story of what's happened at their school. Well, this teacher did this, or this teacher did that, or blah, blah, blah happened. And the first thing I'll say is, have you communicated with the teacher? And they'll say, well, no. Why should I have to call her? Because you're the one with the problem? She probably doesn't even know it exists. Oh, I know she knows it exists. She just doesn't care about kids. What evidence do you have to prove that she doesn't care about kids? Well, I've heard she did this, and I've heard she did that. But has she done it to your son or daughter? Well, no, but I've heard. Attacks do nothing. Attacks do nothing. And I'm going to say something that's going to offend some of you on this video, and I don't want to apologize for it. Attacks are for little people that don't know how to have conversations. They're for small-minded people who are not willing to get out of their own way and say, we've got a problem. How do we solve this together? Attacks are for people who want to blame somebody else rather than realize that part of the problem could be, oh, I don't know, them. And I'll leave that there. And the last thing is this. When we win, we all win. And success is for everyone. So you want to bridge that gap? Look for opportunities to succeed. I used to tell my teachers, find a reason to call a parent, not because there's a problem. Find a reason to find a success. Because then when you need support as a problem, they will be your adversary. They will be your ally all day long. But when all you do is call to attack, they will be your adversary. And the same thing goes with our relationships with parents in the schools. So 5 little steps. Ready? Number 1 again, open, honest communication. Number 2, trust is a must. You got to trust the people that you're trusting your children to. Number 3, get engaged. Get in the game. I know you work full-time, multiple jobs. Well, guess what? Your teacher teaches how many kids, not just yours. Attacks are damaging and they do no one any good. And success, we all win. That's all it takes. 5 simple steps. And we can absolutely fix that parent-school controversy. So here's my invitation. Ready? You ready to get a part of the solution, not the problem? Hit subscribe. Hit like. Please, I'm asking you, share this where you think it needs to be heard. There's a reason these words are being said. Please share it where you feel like it needs to be heard. Don't forget the little bell where you'll get alerts on upcoming videos. And if you'd like to purchase the book, of course, it's available. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of this curtain because you're going to make the difference. Thank you for being a part of it and have a fabulous day.